Good morning, everybody. It's
Good
another
morning.
week. We'll say hi to the camera, whoever's watching on YouTube or video. Today we are spending some time with Miss Daphne Michelle, as you may have heard of her. So good morning and
Good
thanks.
morning. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor.
Yes, ma'am. And we actually, I got here like 2 seconds before her, so I'm sorry that I was late at our own
It's
place.
okay. You know what? It's funny because I'm always late to places, but today I was like, I'll be early today.
And we were driving, so we were in San Juan, guys, which apparently we're all from that side of town. And I was like, man, you know what, I wouldn't mind if she's running a little late. I was telling my
Yeah.
wife, like, man, hopefully she's like at the Starbucks line or something. But that's good
funny.
though. That's good.
Yeah.
You know, being early is important.
It
But
is.
anyway, so we're hanging out with Miss Daphne here. So I found you. I think I found you on Spotify. Like
Okay.
I don't remember how. Because I just like I'm always like looking for people from around here or just music in general. And one of the things that I noticed, like right now, if I go to it, it says 19.3K monthly listeners.
I
That's a
know.
lot, guys.
That is insane.
That's a
So,
lot. Like
Honestly,
how did that happen?
I want to say something. So for me, when I saw the highest I've ever had was like 45 point something monthly.
Oh my gosh.
When that happened, I was like, okay, like whatever. And then I had to like take a step back and be like, wait a minute. If I put like 45,000 people in a room, that's insane. I mean, like, that's insane.
Yeah, that's true.
It really is.
Like if you had a show with
Yeah.
45,000 people.
So, like, if you see a number in a screen, like, even if you see your likes, right? You see the number and it's just like a number. But if you like envision that number of people in a room, you're like, what the heck?
That's yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
So I thought it was insane. Like, I don't know. But it just happened very random. Like, I made my music because I love music and I was just like I'm super passionate about it. And I did it with no expectations. So the fact that that number of people are listening to my music and going into my profile is insane.
Yeah, that is insane, and that's why I'm saying like the first thing I was looking at, and that's on 19,000, but you've hit 45. You've hit 45. So yeah, guys. So she's a singer. You can find her on YouTube as well and on Spotify. How would you describe your genre for like? Because a lot of us, you know, for our listeners that haven't found you yet, like what kind of music?
I would say it's like boleros. So boleros, it's a very like romantic genre. It's literally all about love. I'm a hopeless romantic to the core. So yeah, but I like to add a little touch of like modern to it so it could be more relatable, I guess, right now.
Okay.
So yeah.
So that's kind of the style, and it's a lot of so it's bolero, so like a lot of Spanish, right?
Yeah,
Like
a lot
that.
of Spanish.
But I heard one in English, right?
Yeah, so we did a cover of jazz because I love jazz too. So there's two jazz songs. It's Sway and A Pair of Eyes, and we kind of like mashed them together. So yeah, we did that too.
Have you ever done like formal vocal lessons?
And never. In 7th grade, I did take choir. That was like the first time I ever sang in front of people. And that was like the first time that I remember I sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow for like a project. And people were like, wait, like you sing good. And that was like the first time I was like, maybe I do sing good, you know, like. But yeah.
You have this voice, like it's kind of soothing. Like,
Thank
that's
you.
why I was asking, like if this was like a formal train, like this kind of natural.
No, yeah. And honestly, I've never taken like actual voice lessons, which I probably should. I know that there's room for improvement, definitely. But yeah, no.
So, and you said you started just because like you just had the passion for it? Like,
Yeah,
is
so
this a family business? Is everyone into music? Or
honestly, no. I mean, my dad listens to like cumbias and stuff. So growing up, I loved Hannah Montana. Like, I was the biggest fan. I still love Miley Cyrus. Like, if I ever met her, I would cry. So yeah, I remember watching Hannah Montana and being like, I want to be a pop star. You know, like that was like my dream. I would put my teddy bears and I would like sing to them and have little concerts in my room. That was me
true story?
growing up. Yeah. So it's just crazy that I'm actually, okay, I'm not like Hannah Montana right now, right? But just doing little gigs that I do now and opening concerts for artists is just insane.
So that's what I wanted to ask you, like, because a lot of people can have that story, right? Like, oh, I love listening to this person, or like I just love singing in the shower. But how do you go from like, I love Hannah Montana, I want to do that, to having like all those stats? Like, because I saw your Spotify Wrapped, and like that's impressive, man. Like you people are listening from everywhere, a lot of Latin American countries. But like, how did you do that? Like to get to the level that you're at now, and you're kind of just starting still. which is the
Yeah.
most impressive part.
So everything I've done has been natural. You know, I haven't, I don't know, like done something, an extra step to get to where I'm at. Everything has been very genuine. And so what helped me was that Spotify put my songs in their playlists. So you know how Spotify makes like Hot Hits 2024 or things like that? They put my songs in Boleros Pop, which are huge playlists where Luis Miguel comes out, Daniel Me Estás Matando, Natalia Lafourcade. So I can't even believe I'm on that playlist because it's like crazy artists.
You didn't set that up?
I did not. So I heard the song and they added it literally the day I released it. And I was going crazy. I was like,
What?
I cannot believe this. So,
And they didn't tell you either?
No,
like you
no.
found that it was in their playlist?
Yeah. So I have I could see like my analytics and all of that on Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
So I go in there like just because I wanted to see how the song was doing. And then like, yeah, it tells you like Spotify added this song to such playlist. And I was like,
what?
Yeah.
And you checked and you saw who was on that playlist?
Yeah.
How did that feel?
It was amazing. It still is amazing. It's like, wow.
What? And so that was like, you had nothing to do with that?
No, yeah. It just happened.
From day one?
They just choose. It's not like you can like be like, hey, Spotify, can I please be on the playlist? Like they just choose.
You didn't pay for it? It was no marketing?
No.
How long ago was that?
That was the year, that was 2022 when I like started my whole like little music career.
So immediately they put you on, and that gave you a lot of exposure, I guess.
People started like texting me. Still to this day, people from Spain, Colombia, they'll be texting me like, hey, I just discovered you. And like, so yesterday, Vicente Garcia, I have to show off. Vicente Garcia is a Latin artist. He has like 4 Grammys. He's amazing. He followed me on Instagram and I was like, what the heck? And I texted him like, hey, thank you so much for the follow. I love your music. And he's like, I just heard one of your songs and it's amazing. I love it. So I started thinking and I'm like, where do you find? And I saw that we're both in a playlist together, like a Spotify playlist. So he probably heard my song there.
Another Spotify playlist.
Man.
So, and you said this was like 2022, right? When everything got started? Okay. So I guess that is how it started, right? You put it out and then like it got, I guess Spotify found it, right? Through this algorithm or something like that.
I really don't know how it works.
And since then you've been able to play shows, or like you've been invited to like do like open for people and all that?
Yeah. So I love this band called Daniel Me Estás Matando. And they're kind of the reason I wanted to do boleros too. And one day they just invited me to open the concert for them, and I've opened for them twice. Well, actually, no. I opened for them once, and the second time I sang a song with them, which was even like crazier, in Monterrey and here in the Valley. So.
Okay, so you would say that they were some of your influences?
Yes, definitely. 100%.
And then all of a sudden you're like playing with them?
Yes, and I told them, I was like, you guys don't, like, you will not understand how crazy this is to me. It still feels like a dream.
Yeah. So, so speaking of that, like, how did you come to have the sound that you have? I know you said that you're kind of just like a hopeless romantic yourself, but like, because that's one of the interesting things about musicians or like music in general, because we can listen to a whole bunch of stuff, right? Like, like you can listen to like rap in the morning, or like you can be listening to country music, but every artist has their own style, right?
Yeah.
Like you can think of your favorite artist and they might be listening to something way off from what they do, but what comes out of them just happens to be like rock or like Latin, like jazz, right? So like how did you come to have the sound that you have?
I grew up listening to Natalia Lafourcade, and I just love her sound, but more than that, it gives me so much peace. Like that's the music I'll listen to feel good. And when I started writing first like poems, and then I started making melodies to those poems. And I found that the melodies I would make up in my head were always that genre, that style. So it just naturally happened. It was never like, I want to sing this. It just happened.
Just came out like that way.
Yeah.
So that is how it happens then. Yeah, because you, like you said, you weren't like going for that, right? So that means it's supernatural. Like
it is. Honestly, it is. And the way my melodies come up in my head, it's like I'll be driving or I'll be like about to fall asleep and I'll start like imagining the melody, and I'm like voice notes. If you see my voice notes, like they're stacked.
Yeah.
So yeah,
just wherever you are.
It's always when I'm driving too. I've noticed that. So yeah, I'll start like recording the little, and then I'll write to that melody.
And where
when
do
I'm
you
home.
record your actual stuff? Like here in the valley
In
or
Monterrey.
in Monterrey?
Hmm.
Okay. How'd that happen? Like, do you have connections over there?
Yeah, so they're producers. They're actually amazing. I mean, I've tried a few producers and they're all great, but they're the ones that just get me. Like they're amazing. So yeah, I it was just like a connection, a mutual friend we had,
Mm-hmm.
and he makes music too, so he introduced me to them.
And then that's where you recorded the first songs that you're talking about.
Yeah,
That
that's actually where I've recorded every song that's out on Spotify.
okay. So even
Hmm.
now, if you're gonna do something, you're gonna go to Monterrey.
Yeah, so I do have a song. I just came back like a week ago from Monterrey. I have a song coming up. I wish I could play it for you guys, but I don't know if I can.
Yeah. Is it finished already?
Yeah, they just need to like mix it and stuff, but it's like pretty much done.
So when are we gonna listen to this song? When is it?
I want it to come out next month, so hopefully by next month it'll be out.
Okay. Is
Hmm.
it Is it just you?
Yeah, it's just me
Okay.
singing.
Okay. How long you been working on that one?
That is the first song I wrote, actually,
Oh
in my
wow.
life. I was like 19 years old when I wrote that song. And it's so special to me because that's the song that I kind of like came out to people and I was like, hey, like I wrote a song, like little old
Oh
me.
yeah.
I showed it to my parents, I showed it to a friend and stuff, and they were like, hey, this is good, like, so that was like the first time I ever kind of like admitted that I was like writing
Mm,
music or whatever. So it's very special to me.
I like that. I like because when you said little old me, that has meaning there. Because that's how a lot of
It
us feel, right? Like it's
does.
just me. You're like who's gonna listen to me?
Exactly. And like I think about, so for me, life, there was a point in my life where I was just living life like automatic, like wake up, go to work, study,
Mm,
go back to sleep, go to the gym, whatever.
routines.
Exactly. And life was just so bland, and ever since I took the step to do something that I'm truly passionate about, because I can truly say that I'm passionate about this, my life has changed completely, for the better. I feel so happy. I feel fulfilled. I feel like excited to be living life. And, I feel like having a passion is what life is all about, and when you find something you're passionate about, you need to hold on to that
Mm.
because it just makes you feel happy.
So then, what was the catalyst that made you make that jump?
I guess I just woke up one day and did the same routine I did. And I remember I was writing Para Que, which was the first single I ever released.
Check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Um, and I remember being like, okay, another song. I have a journal full of songs and stuff. And I was like, whatever. I put the journal down and I just started bawling. Like I was crying and I was like, what am I ever going to do with these songs? Like, and I was like, it's not impossible to release a song, like, why not? So I reached out to the friend right in that moment. I'm like, hey, I want to do something about my songs. Like, can you help me? He's like, yeah. And that's when he gave me the number to the producers and I just jumped.
Right there and then.
Yeah, because I was like, what am I doing? Like, why not? You know what was holding me back? What people would say. Back then, I feel like I would worry too much about what people thought.
Because it's you, right?
Yeah. So I was like, what if they don't, not so much like what they think about me, but what they think about my work, because that's something I'm like, that's mine. Like I made that.
Oh.
So I was like, what if people don't like my music? Like that's going to hurt, because that's.
Okay. So that was like one of the initial fears.
Yeah,
So
that was a
let's
fear.
fast forward now. Like you were worried about what will people think. So what do they think? What do they think now?
I really don't know. And I'm not worried about it. That's the thing. Like,
That's awesome.
exactly. Like ever since I took that jump, I was like, this is my life. Like if I die tomorrow, like I didn't get to do what I wanted to do. And all those people, like, who cares, So it's just like.
And you were worried about them the whole time.
Yeah.
And like what difference would it make, right?
Mm-hmm. So now I'm just here doing what I actually love. And
So you just had to do it.
yeah.
Because you were writing the music. Like everything was there all along. You just had to do it.
Yeah, I just had to take that
It's
jump.
weird how simple that is, right? Like it's not.
Yeah.
Like it takes a lot. But if you like when you see it and you listen to it like that, like it's as simple as that, right? Like just do it.
Yeah, just taking that leap of faith, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Mm-hmm. And it's not even like I did it to be like expecting to have streams or whatever. I did it for me. I did it thinking like this is going to make me happy and this is going to make me feel accomplished, and everything else just fell in place.
I think that's why you got to where you've gotten so far, because you did it for the right reasons, like for you. Because people can feel that, like when like music, you can feel music, like you can feel the energy, you feel the message, like you can tell when someone's authentic.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I remember thinking, And still to this day, I write music and I'm like, if somebody can relate to these lyrics, that's it. Like, that's what this is all about anyway. You know, like music has helped me heal. It's helped me feel. Like, music is everything to me. Lyrics are everything to me. So, you know, sometimes I receive messages from people saying like, you know, this song, para qué? Like, I went through something exactly like that. So like, thank you for writing this. That is like the best feeling ever. Like, it makes me, it's like an unexplainable feeling.
And then that just gives you the drive, right, to keep going.
Yes. I'm like, oh my gosh. I try to reply to every message I get on my DMs. People from all over the world that it's like, I cannot believe, like, places I've never even been to and probably will never be to. And it's just crazy.
Okay, so for all those people that have been like messaging her that love her stuff, let's learn a little bit more about her. Let me ask you this first. Do you play any instruments?
I play the ukulele.
Oh, I saw that on your stories or something. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Like, that's fun.
It is. I love it. It's like a cute little instrument, and it's very like, it reminds me of, I don't know, just like a happy place, you know? It's like a cute little instrument.
The tone and everything. Yeah. The pitch.
Mm-hmm. It's like a bubbly instrument. I don't know how to explain it.
But can you, like, do you play your music with a ukulele?
Yeah, I've written some songs with my ukulele. Mm-hmm.
That style?
Yeah. And then I just like transform them into something else. Like, I take it to the studio and it just becomes something else.
Okay, so let's play some speed rounds. Let's get you a little get you a little ice broken here. We'll start easy. Coffee or tea?
Coffee, 100%.
She's drinking some right now.
Coffee.
It's black, by the way, everybody. She's drinking it black.
I'm intense like that. Just kidding.
Are you a morning person or night owl?
I'll say morning person.
Okay. Is that because the gym happens in the morning?
No, actually, the gym happens in the afternoons, but in the mornings, I like writing. That's when I like writing.
Okay. Have you ever forgotten lyrics to a song when you're on stage?
Yes.
You have?
My own lyrics, too. Like, what the heck?
So what happes there? These are like speed rounds, but I'm like stopping at every... So like you've been like singing live and you forget what you're supposed to say?
Yes. And it was like it was like a big place. It was Mexland. It was like this...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This event they do here in the Valley. And I just like made up the words. No one knows though, because it's my music, so it's like,
For how much of it though? Like,
and just like the beginning.
You just made up the words. Were you nervous? Was that scary?
Yes, that was the first time I sang in the Valley, like in a big crowd. So that's why I was nervous, because I'm like, these are my homies, you know, like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like it means more.
Yeah. So I sing in Monterrey, and it's like, these people don't know me. Yeah. But here in the Valley, it's like
I know that.
I probably seen that guy in Walmart. You know?
Yeah. Well, I meant were you nervous at that moment, but you like for the whole in general thing too.
Yeah.
Was that your first big show?
Yeah, actually.
What's it called again?
Mexland.
Yeah. Oh, that's in McAllen, right?
Yeah, in McAllen, the convention center.
Oh, okay.
It's really fun.
Did you get to know how many people were there watching you?
Not
Did they give
really.
you a count or anything like that?
No.
It's probably better that they didn't.
Yeah, I was like, I'll just look.
Yeah. Was there anyone there that recognized your stuff?
No, but some people came up to me afterwards to ask for my Spotify and stuff.
Oh,
so
for real?
like,
That's cool. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's exposure. Favorite coffee shop?
I would say right now, Nuez de Azar. It's so good.
Where's that at?
Nuez de Azar. They have one on Jackson and one on Nolana. I don't know. I'm so bad at streets. I'm just saying things, but shout out to Nuez de Azar.
Okay. So favorite artist?
Oh my gosh, you can't do this to me. I am going to have to say, oh my gosh. I'm going to have to say Natalia Lafourcade.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I can see the style, right? So that makes sense. What color best describes your personality?
I would say yellow.
Ooh.
I don't know. Yellow makes me happy, so.
Okay.
I would like to think I'm a happy person.
Would you rather be inside or outside?
Outside.
Okay. So trip to a big city or to a national park?
I would say big city.
Any crazy phobias?
Maybe rats, okay? Like, if I see a rat, I would probably, yeah.
Okay. Is it, but like more than your average, like, fear of rats? Like,
yeah.
Jump on the table and stuff
Yeah,
like
jump
that?
on the table, yeah.
Has that ever happened?
Not really, but I'm, like, I just don't like the sight of them. Like, if I see them in movies and stuff, like, I do feel a type of way, like...
Oh, yeah, like in your skin? Mm-hmm. Did you never see one in real life, like a big one?
I don't think so.
No, we'll keep it that way.
Yeah,
right?
I hope not.
We'll keep it that way. Any secret hobbies? I know you're a gym rat, right? Oh, that was actually just
Not really.
ironic. You're
So,
a gym person. I didn't mean that.
you did that on purpose,
I
didn't
did
you?
not do that on purpose.
So, hobbies, it's gonna be really weird, but I
Okay.
like staring at people. Like, I like going to places and sitting.
Okay, explain that because I've heard that before. Like, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean as a pastime? Like to stare at
Okay,
people.
I'll literally go to like, let's say a park, and I'll sit down, or a coffee shop, more than like a park. That's more. So I'll sit down at a coffee shop and I'll have my coffee. Now it's not like I'll be like staring at someone right now. Like I'm like looking around, like, and I get inspiration from that. I know that is really weird.
Okay, never heard. That was a plot twist. Okay, you get inspiration. So
'Cause-
you're intentionally looking at the people, like.
Not even intentionally, it just kind of happens. So I'll be staring. Okay, so one of the songs I wrote, it was because I saw like an old couple having a coffee together, and the man was just so sweet to his wife, I'm assuming. And I just kind of like, I was like, oh, and I just started writing something.
Because you felt it based
Yeah.
off what you saw. Wow. So there's a song out there that was based off of some
It
couple.
still doesn't come out, but it's
But out there in the world, there's a couple that has no idea that a song is.
Yeah.
You see, that's the beauty. Like, always be nice, guys, because maybe somebody's writing a song about you,
I
and
know.
you have no idea.
So yeah, if you
Right.
treat me bad, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna write a bad song about you.
I know that's the other side of that coin.
Just
so
kidding.
so watching people, okay, and like so you're feeling like their vibes or what? Like
Just
what
seeing
are you
they're
looking
doing.
for?
Not even looking for anything. It's just like seeing what they're doing. So, like for example, then I saw how the man would like go get napkins for her and things like that, like making sure she was like comfortable. So I kind of just wrote a song like about the little things.
So you're always writing songs.
I don't ever sit down and intentionally think like I'm gonna write a song today. It kind of just happens. So whenever I feel inspired, that's when I write songs.
So it's never like on Monday at 3 I'm gonna write. Like,
Exactly.
It just
yeah.
happens, and it's in the
Or
car.
poems.
You said.
Yeah, that's when I make the melodies. So and then poems. I love writing poems, and sometimes the poems turn to songs.
You ever
Just
done
depends.
poetry nights?
Never.
No.
Yeah, I feel like that feels more intimate than a song. The song has like background music to distract you from the words, I guess. And poetry is just like literally the words you're saying.
Oh, it's like raw, deeper.
Mhm.
That's true, and it's usually with more intimate crowds, right? Like
Yeah.
smaller groups, and they're like
They're
it's
like,
kind of like
yeah.
feeling your energy and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
you've written a whole bunch,
Yeah.
so that's like the secret book of like poems.
Yeah, actually one of my goals, I guess I'll say it, is to write a little like un poemario, no sé cómo se diga, like a poet, like a little poem book.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Like to
So-
actually publish one.
Yeah, I'm working on that. So
So that's gonna happen.
hopefully. No, it is gonna happen.
It is gonna
I'm
happen.
gonna put it out
It's
in the
gonna
world.
happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So another thing, talking about, because I've seen on your Instagram, like, you're like really into fitness, right? Like I know I've said that a couple times, but like, is that like why? Like why do you exercise? Let me ask you that, if that makes sense.
It just makes me feel less anxious at night. That's like
Okay.
the simple answer, I guess. When I'm not active, I do find myself at night kind of just like, my gosh, like I have like so much energy in me.
So you physically feel the difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I kind of like, and just to be healthy, it's not like it's not like I'm like, I don't have like a strict diet. Like I will not eat that because no, like I'll be eating whatever I want.
Mhm.
And the gym is just kind of like to keep a balance.
So that's what the active life does. What does music do for you?
Music just,
What does it give you?
it just gives me so much peace, and it just heals me. I know it's like so cheesy, but it really does. And words are so powerful, and I'm a person that feels on another level. Like I do feel like if I feel happy, I feel super happy. If I feel sad, I feel super sad. So I have to express those feelings in a way. So I found that capturing my emotions on paper is what helps me. And it's crazy because I'll be looking back at my journals, looking back at my poems, looking back at the letters I wrote, songs. And I just want to like to look at that and be like, these were my emotions in that moment. And now I'm here. It helps me like see how much I've grown or how much I haven't grown.
So it's captured moments in
Yeah,
time.
exactly. And it's like, okay, I'm still feeling this way. And a year ago I was feeling this way. So what do I need to change? Or like, you know what? I'm so proud of myself because now I was feeling like this and now I'm over here, like it's crazy to go back to your emotions like that. Because if you think about it, a picture, like you could see a picture, but you don't remember how you were feeling like exactly, or I don't know. So it's cool to have your emotions in a piece of paper and to be able to go back. Sometimes I want to go back and like hug myself in that moment and be like, it's really cool.
That's so cool because like the reason this is interesting is because it's not every day that you get inside the artist's mind. Like all your favorite songs, like what were they feeling? Because a lot of times we think about like our interpretation, but that's so cool. Like we're like now maybe like somebody who's listened to your songs a billion times. Next time it's going to be different because now they're like, oh, okay, so this was like a snapshot in her life.
Yeah,
and it's going to take you back to like that moment.
Yeah, it's crazy because when I write music, it's not just random things I'm writing. It's like actual things that I felt at a certain point in my life.
So it's not like stories like Juanito, like when out.
This one's for Juanito. Nah.
Yeah. This is like your life.
Yeah, it's just emotions,
so it is
little
intimate.
Snippets of things I've been through.
Yeah. So you're putting yourself out there. Like,
yeah.
That's probably one of the things that like is scary, right?
That is the scariest part of it because it's like actual things that were a part of my life that I'm sharing with the world, literally.
And they're listening. That's a whole other aspect.
But the cool part is like, I'm sure somebody went through the same kind of thing and like them being able to relate and me being able to provide something for them to, listen to and be like, you know what? It's cool.
And how do you get to be like, are you like into marketing? Like, how did you get to be on that show in McAllen or with your favorite band? Like,
so the marketing part of all of this, I struggle with that. So if you're a marketing, hit me up. No, but really, I do struggle with that because I get a little self-conscious when it comes to that. Like me posting myself singing and things like that, which is ironic because that's literally what I want to do in life. But yeah, I struggle a little bit in that.
But you've got into like you found yourself on stage.
So the way it happened, the opening artist, I was with a label called Palapa in Monterrey, and they showed my project to them, to the singers. They liked it, and they like contacted me saying like, hey, we want you to open for us.
Well, that's even cooler because they reached out to you.
Yeah, and now we're friends. Like literally, like when they came to the Valley, we went to have breakfast and stuff, and I'm like, I cannot believe I'm with these guys right now.
Oh yeah,
so it was
a weird feeling, right?
Yeah, and
little me feeling.
I have them like on WhatsApp and Instagram, and they're just like Ivan will be texting me, and I'm like, what is going on? Like I'm just there texting him, like.
Yeah, those are little like the little moments where you realize.
Yeah, I never thought that would happen.
It just gets better from there.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, that is really cool. I was gonna ask you something and I forgot. So like I like that you say all these things because it's like kind of shows that like anyone can really do it if you make the jump, right? Because like you also at one point you also weren't there because you didn't make the jump.
Exactly.
It's just and it's like you look back, you're like, man, why didn't I do it sooner?
Yeah,
but at the same time, like
everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. Like cool. I'm not mad that I didn't do it before. I'm not mad that everything just fell in place the way it's.
Anything coming up in the future? Any like big shows or any? You have that song coming up.
Yeah, I have a few songs coming up. I have a manager now too, so it's very exciting, and he's awesome. So yeah, I feel like I can finally say like, you know what, I do want to do this. Like last year, I was kind of like iffy about it, not because I didn't know if I wanted to, but because I was kind of scared. Like, what if I can't? And like now I have this mentality of I'm just gonna do it. Like I'm gonna go for it. If it happens, it happens, and if not. So yeah, definitely. I have a few songs coming up. The one that is coming up is called Quiéreme Despacito. So that's going to be the first single that we release.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Cool. I'm so excited.
And you play like at Sidebar, right? Like different places around here?
I used to play at Sidebar. Yeah, I don't play there anymore, but it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. I love jazz. So it was like...
Is that what you were doing? Jazz music?
Jazz.
So, and that's cool because it gives you more live experience and stuff like that. Did you... Because you mentioned Monterrey a lot. Is that where you grew up, or did you?
My parents are from there. Yeah, I was born here, but I go there literally all the time because that's where my parents are from.
Okay, so kind of just like, I went to Westlaco today, right? It's like same thing. Yeah. Like I went to Corpus.
And it's so close. Like it's like 3 hours away, but with the way my dad drives, like 1 hour away.
Oh yeah.
If you're a cop, just kidding. But yeah. So.
Okay, so it's part of you still. Like,
yeah.
Did you grow up here?
I grew up here. Born and raised in McAllen, Texas.
Oh snap! Okay, born in McAllen.
Yeah.
Okay, in the big white hospital, as they would call it.
That's the one.
Which is not white anymore.
Yeah, but
people still call it that. Because I
Yeah,
work
I
at the
still call it
hospital,
that.
and they're like, "Yeah,
Oh,
at the White
really?
Hospital." Well, I don't work at that one. They're like,
Oh,
"Oh, like I
okay.
did this at the White Hospital." Like, "Oh, yeah, yeah."
What is it
Like,
even called? Like,
McAllen Medical.
oh,
Yeah, so it's the White Hospital.
it
Now it's gonna
really
have to be
is.
the brown, but there's like a whole bunch of brown ones.
Hmm.
They all are brown. But anyway,
Yeah.
so that's cool. So born and raised in McAllen. Are you planning to stick around? Are you gonna take off at some point? Or
So I do want to leave the valley. I love the valley. This is my home, but I do want to go to Mexico City, maybe even Monterrey.
for this?
Yeah, Miami would be the dream, right? But I think Mexico City is more like soon to
Okay.
come. Mm-hmm.
But this is always home though. Like it's
Oh
not gonna
yeah.
change that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not gonna make a difference as far. You're always gonna be like 956 born and
Oh
raised.
yeah,
Right?
956 all the
Proud.
way.
Yeah. Just well, we won't get into their stuff, but what was I was gonna ask you, is there anything you want to say like to your
Yes,
listeners?
actually, I mean, I turn
anything-
around.
Yeah, anything that like
Sue me in.
you got the whole Valley listening, this is the Valley's podcast, and then also people from all over the place. Like anything you want to say to everybody?
Yes, I do. I wanna get deep.
in any language?
I start crying. I do want to say something. Let me take a deep breath.
You got to think about these things.
I'm very sentimental and I feel like I don't want to cry. But okay. I just want to say something, guys. If you have a dream, this is going to be so cheesy and I'm sorry for being this person, but I just want to invite you guys to like do what you want to do. Like really, it makes you so happy and it makes you feel so alive, honestly. So if there's something that you feel you're truly passionate about, but for some reason you're scared or you feel like you can't do it or it seems impossible, trust me, it's possible. Like all you have to do is take that leap of faith. But yeah, that's what life is all about. Life is too short to hold back and to not do what you actually want to do. So yeah, I just want everyone to like go and do what makes you happy, what you're passionate about. So yeah.
You're speaking from experience, right?
Yeah. I mean, my life changed completely. Life is so good now. And I'm not saying life wasn't good back then, but I'm just so happy to be alive.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's was English your first language or was it Spanish?
No, pues español.
You want to say anything in Spanish?
Sí.
Anybody else?
Y yo de que hola. No sé qué decir.
Hola. That's what I said.
Nada, pues a ver, ¿qué les digo? Bueno, les voy a decir ahora voy a repetir lo que dije en inglés. Que nada, que sigan sus sueños, que si hay algo que los apasiona, que vayan y lucha por tu sueño. Y pues sí, muchas gracias por escuchar mi música. Thank you guys if you do listen to my music, I'm so thankful. Honestly, like every message I get, every little compliment I get about my music, I try to respond to because it truly means so much to me. So thank you guys.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I like having like artists on or just anybody, because like if you want to take music for example, like we listen to different types of music all the time. But when you listen to someone, like for example, when you listen to Daphne, Michelle, like you're listening to our people. Like this is us, like this is our community. We got to support each other. On top of that, like she also has a really nice voice. We haven't noticed over these last like 45 minutes. And then that Spanish was pretty cool too. But yeah, like, I mean, if you're going to spend 15 minutes listening to something, support your own people. Like we are each other's like neighbors and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's awesome seeing. Yesterday I went to a bar and I saw like it was like a karaoke bar, and before the karaoke part there was like a live band, local band, and I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it feels
seeing
different
people.
too.
Yeah,
it feels different because like I'll be the first one to admit, like your music is not my genre that I normally listen to. Right? I'm more of a country guy or like a rock guy.
I leave.
I
I'm
know,
like,
right? She takes off. Like, why did you
cut
say
the
that?
camera.
Like you're not my the first genre that I'm gonna listen to. But when I was listening to it, it felt good. Like it felt different. One, because it just sounds nice, like even though it's not what I listen to. But two, because like, okay, this girl's like from here, so like it means a little bit more. There's a little bit there's a connection, and you feel the connection. That's one of the powers of art in general. Like music isn't art. Like you feel the connection when you know that this person and you have something in common. And like being from the valley, and also like the valley is so secluded. Like we got to take care of each other, man.
Yeah,
it is. Like people think San Antonio is like South Texas. I mean, it is, but it really isn't. That's low key. It's a whole other argument.
it is.
But yeah, I mean, just it's cool to find whether it's like a business owner or an artist or like whatever. When they're from here, it feels good, to support each other. And,
yeah, it does.
And if you find yourself in Mexico City, like, this is always going to be home. Just like if someone's listening from anywhere, we know where we come from.
Yeah,
So
100%.
and I love your style, by the way.
Thank you so much. It means so much.
I can say that you introduced me to the, and what's it called?
Boleros.
I didn't want to butcher it, but like I learned boleros. I learned of them from Daphne from McAllen, Texas, right, from San Juan, Texas. So that's cool.
Thank you.
You know, it's just one more exposure to the world of music. So check her out, and then you're on Instagram too, right?
Yeah, Daphne Michelle.
Okay, is it like an underscore, or is it just like...
No, Daphne Michelle with 2 E's in the ends.
Okay.
So.
Okay, because the other one is like some other lady, right?
Yeah, some other girl.
I don't know, maybe.
I want to fight her for the username. Just kidding.
Oh, is that why it's 2 E's? Because like it wasn't available?
It's already taken.
Oh no.
So I'm like, hey, give me the username.
On Spotify, you're just 1 E?
On Spotify, yeah, just 1 E.
That it's supposed to be 1 E.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 1 E.
Dang it. That's
I know.
Okay, whatever.
You
but
know
if
what?
it becomes available, let us know. But anyway, guys, so like we just got to meet another member of our neighborhood in the Rio Grande Valley, Miss Daphne. People call her Daphne, but when they hear of her, it's Daphne Michelle. So I guess interchangeably, whatever it'll come out to. So check her out. We can be a fan of each other, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day, right? So thanks for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Sorry that I was late again.
No, it's good. Honestly, it's such an honor to be here and to be able to share with the Valley people, a little bit of my story. And so thank you for having me.
All right, guys. So remember, she's the color yellow, and we'll see you guys later. Check out, wait for her poem books.
Oh yeah, for my poem and my new song coming out soon. So
all right, we'll see you guys.
Bye.
See no to drugs. Thanks.